So Chelsea are still looking for their first signing. Hasn't happened just yet. Ousmane Dembele most likely will be that, but today's video we are talking about possibly a CB that most of us have forgotten, Ethan Ampadu. So Ethan Ampadu, if you're like me, you may have forgotten about this player being at Chelsea because he's been on such a long loan spell. But lo and behold, he came up big for Wales this past weekend. Wales qualified for the World Cup later this season, which it's been how many years? I think in the 60s, the last time Wales were in the World Cup. Now, I'm not saying Ethan Ampadu was the reason that they made it to the World Cup, but he did play a significant role. I think Gareth Bale, as we all know, played the biggest role in Wales qualifying for the World Cup. But let's get back to Ethan Ampadu, even though we do want to talk about Gareth Bale in this video as well. So first off, let's talk about him, Ethan Ampadu. So he's been a CB for Chelsea, but been on loan for the multiple seasons. Has not really played for Chelsea, has not played for Thomas Tuchel, yet Thomas Tuchel does have a lot of trust in younger players, as we saw last season with Trevor Chalobah stepping up, playing very, very well as one of our CBs throughout this entire season, especially when we have a few injuries like Thiago Silva. So therefore, I'm wondering if Thomas Tuchel will have the same belief for Ethan Ampadu, because yes, he is a little bit younger right now, but still, to be able to help your national team qualify for the World Cup, you definitely have the capability of playing under stressful events, especially the way Wales play against Ukraine, because Ukraine was just out bombarding their whole defense. I mean, Hennessy had a phenomenal game as well, and therefore Wales still got their clean sheet, but you have to applaud the entire defense. And what Ampadu did for that team definitely can transition into Chelsea. Now, I'm not saying that he will be our starting CB. That is not the case, what I'm saying right now. We still need to go out and buy some CBs, but he could be one of our backup players, because as we know, Rudiger out. He went to Real Madrid. Christensen most likely out. Azpilicueta might still be out as well, and therefore we are lacking in our defensive mindset right now and the players that we have in our capability of playing right now for Chelsea. And this, like I said, is a player that we have on our stat sheets right now. We don't have to go out and pay for him. He's already there. We just bring him back from a loan and throw him into the system. Now, like I said, we still need to have some key players signing for our CBs. Like I said, Jules Koundé may still be on his way in and will most likely be the starting CB with Thiago Silva. And I want to say Trevor Chalobah will be our starting CB as well if we don't buy anyone else. But like I said, if one gets hurt, one starts dipping in form, then we can have Ampadu step up and play that role as well. Like I said, we don't have to spend any more cash. And like I said, the way he's been playing for Wales has shown that this player is capable of playing with a lot of other elite players. Now, I'm not saying he's elite again, but he can play with them and really step up his game to really help out his squad. And I think Thomas Tuchel, if he has time with this player, can really tinker around with him, get him where he needs to be, and again, step him up to play for Chelsea and maybe be in our starting 11. Now, speaking of Ethan Ampadu, we need to talk about Gareth Bale, because what's crazy about this now is that Gareth Bale does not have a club right now. He is done with Real Madrid. Wales qualified for the World Cup, and when that happened, Gareth Bale said he would sign a new contract for some club. Now, I'm not saying he will go to Chelsea, but it does kind of pique the interest of him going to Chelsea, because I don't see him going to Tottenham. He's not a Conte player, so therefore, I think that's completely cut out. I don't see him going to Arsenal, never really had any ties there. Chelsea is another London club that actually plays in the Champions League, unlike Arsenal, and therefore, this could be the place that he goes to. Yes, there is West Ham. There are a few other London clubs, but Chelsea, minus Tottenham, are the only London club to play in the Champions League, and therefore, I can see Gareth Bale trying to maybe push to play for Chelsea. If not, maybe another club, but still, I think this player wants to play in the Champions League. Just came off of winning with Real Madrid. Maybe wants to go out and win one more title, with Chelsea can actually do in the upcoming season if we get the right players. And therefore, I'm kind of curious to see what happens with Gareth Bale. So I want to know what you guys think about Ethan Ampadu, obviously, if he should be brought up to the Chelsea starting 11, and what you also think about Gareth Bale. Where do you think he's going to be going this upcoming summer window? Because he definitely needs a club to stay fit for the World Cup for Wales. So that is all I have for you today. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe down below. I greatly appreciate it. It really helps the channel and helps get this video to more fans such as yourself. So that is it, and I will see you next time.